Welcome to Art of the Drink. My name is Anthony Caparelli, and today I'm in the Ica Valley of Peru at the Pisco Porton distillery, and I have the almost unbelievable pleasure of speaking with Junior Merino. Junior started his career as the youngest sommelier in America, recipient of Wine Spectator Awards, has gone on to become famous worldwide as the Liquid Chef, and also a member of the Bartenders Hall of Fame, I believe.
That's right.
Thank you so much for talking with us today. What I wanted to know is, Junior and I have spent the last couple days in Peru at the Peruvian brand launch of Pisco Porton. And what I want to know is, tell me a little bit about how you think the American market is going to respond to the introduction of Pisco as a category.
Well, I think the American market now it's ready to receive the Pisco as a category, to embrace it. We know that it was big, back the day in San Francisco with the Pisco Sour, the Pisco Punch. It's definitely the new category that is going to it's going to explode, because it's very unique, and I think as a mixologist, we're always looking to impress the guests and the consumers, and of course, we're always looking to give a new experience, to create a new experience for the consumer. And I think this is the new category that, of course, is going to embrace, or is going to really become big in the U.S.
Okay, as a mixologist, it may be a little challenging to mix with this, because I know most of the mixologists that I work with in the States, they're very comfortable mixing with spirits like vodka that are neutral spirits, and you can impose any flavor on them. Do you think it's going to be a little bit more challenging to find flavors that are complementary to the flavors that Pisco itself is bringing?
Well, it's like going back 5 years ago with tequila, when people used to say, well, this is too difficult to mix because it has a lot of flavor. I think, now with Pisco, it has the complexity, it has the floral notes, the herbal notes, and I mean, the list, it's just, it keeps going on. Every time you take a sip, it just gives you new ideas and new things, just pop up. So I think the mixologists are ready to take the challenge and to start, playing with the spirit.
I absolutely agree with you, and I think, tell me if you disagree, but I think the American market is also ready for something new.
Oh, of course. I think, especially now that the Latin flavors are so big, with
sure.
All the Latin food, and there are also a lot of Peruvian restaurants opening up, a lot of, all the Latin restaurants there with all these flavorful dishes and flavorful food, and I think they're ready to definitely match it with the spirits.
Okay, so let's taste this, and then I'm going to ask you, because you mentioned Pisco Sour, which I think is what most viewers in America at least are familiar with. I'm going to taste this with you and ask you for maybe some ideas on how you might mix this spirit. Obviously, there's more than ideas. Junior's been working with Pisco. He's an expert on this. But some things that might work for American mixologists.
Sounds good.
Okay.
As soon as I tasted it, I mean, right away you get like some nice sweet peaches that you can mix it really well with it. Also, you have a lot of like passion fruit, like citrus notes. You have a lot of herbal notes, like there's the tarragon, a little bit of tarragon. The fresh thyme. I like to marry like a fruit with an herb. So in this case, like passion fruit with like tarragon. It's just a beautiful marriage.
Told you he was good.
At the end of the day, what we want is for everyone to enjoy it, either pure by itself, to enjoy it mixed, to enjoy it in food. I like to use it also in food. So it has no limits. Your creativity, it's the only limit that we have as human beings.
I love that approach. And to bring that home for some of the viewers, one of the examples I like to use is two very common drinks in the States, rum and Coke, which to me is an example of masking the spirit. The cola doesn't really do anything for the rum, versus a gin and tonic, a much older spirit, but the bitterness from the quinine actually marries very well with the juniper from the gin. So both equally popular, equally simple, but I think one is much more an example of what I think this spirit is worthy of, where we want to actually enhance the characteristics that the Pisco is bringing, right?
Exactly. And also, there is something similar, for Pisco, which is the Chilcano, or the Portonero, which actually it's the Pisco with the ginger ale with a little bit of lime and bitters. You just put a few pieces of lime. So it's actually very delicate. It's just beautiful and refreshing. And I think for the U.S., since we have a lot of ginger beer all over, which is the original ginger ale, I think the ginger beer would just make it amazing.
So pisco and ginger beer would be your recommendation to
A
start.
few, a few drops of bitters and a few pieces of lime. I think it would be beautiful.
That sounds great, and I'm going to try that with the bitters that we bought the other
exactly,
day.
the
Some Peruvian
bitters,
bitters, terrific. Junior, I can't thank you enough. JuniorMerino.com, the Liquid Chef. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank
Absolutely a pleasure.
you. Thank you.